Well, it feels good to be out. What lovely weather today. And we're out on the road.
We're out on the road because we're podcasting.
When we started this podcast, we were waiting to hear about season 4. And of course, that's taken a long time. Season 4 of the TV series.
In TV land, there's lots of waiting around.
We've made the most of our time though, haven't we? Because we've squeezed out 2 seasons of our podcast. And now we're working on the 3rd one.
Yeah, and we're going to keep going, aren't we?
Yep, we are, because we're enjoying it. It's fun.
We get to meet interesting people. Some cars are good for flipping, some cars aren't so good for flipping.
It's amazing, really. I think what I find the most amazing is how many you have to see before you find one that's actually worth doing.
And you always fall back in love with cars. Going and looking at cars is a great thing to do. Hello, everybody.
Good day.
So today, Will has got a surprise for me, haven't you?
You didn't see the car that I turned up in, because I hid it.
Yeah, I didn't look.
Outside your neighbour's house.
Didn't look purposefully.
I snuck it in place. This is kind of like your birthday come early, I would say.
That's nice.
Well, you've talked about this particular type of car.
Really?
So much over the years. I know you've talked about a lot of different cars. So you've got to guess what it is, which I'm kind of assuming is not good.
Shambolic. So we've just turned the corner and we're walking up underneath the U's and you've covered it up with my dust sheets, I see.
I have, yes.
Well, that looks...
Your very old tatty dust sheets with massive holes in them.
Desperately trying to think what I've talked about.
Well, I'm not going to go giving you any more clues.
It's got a flat rear, hasn't it?
It has, yes. And I would say it's quite a tall car as well.
Yeah, looks like an estate car to me. Oh, I see what you see. Yes, I can see under. I can see underneath the sheet. You've left the sheet cunningly and tantalisingly close.
So I'll tell you one detail: the ground clearance, the gap underneath the car.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
220 millimetres. It's a road car.
Okay.
That's a lot of ground clearance,
You've done
isn't
your
it?
homework,
I have, yeah. Well, I spent a lot of time driving up here, so I thought I might as well do some reading as I was going down the motorway.
The only thing I can think that silhouette looks like is a sort of BMW X3 sort of...
Yeah, or a big fat Porsche Cayenne.
It's not tall enough, though, is it?
No,
or
it's
does it just look small underneath those covers?
Yeah. Because it's not a BMW,
okay.
and it's not a Porsche Cayenne.
No, okay.
Because you wouldn't have talked about those just as lovingly as you have talked about these.
Okay, it's the same old. The front dust sheet is not of the best quality, and you can see through it.
It's quite a low. Is that a low denier or a high denier when you can see through it more?
Oh, well, I don't know.
I don't know, because tights are measured in denier, aren't they?
Yeah.
Some are more see-through.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not quite the denier of fishnets, but this is...
Would it be like, is that like a thread count?
Yeah, it would be,
so
yeah.
Lower the thread count, the more you'd be able to see through it.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Like on canvas, it's like a foot square weighs a certain amount of ounces. So this would be like half an ounce.
So the flaw in your whole plan, and it's brilliantly covered up.
I know.
Is the fact that on the bottom of the number plate, it says Subaru. Is it a Forester?
It is.
Oh, come on! Look at that! It's a green Forester!
That's forest green, obviously. Or it's because it's definitely not Trafalgar blue, because it's green.
Oh, Will, my all-time favourite car.
I can't think. Were you drawing that out and you knew what it was before?
No, I could not tell what it was until I saw the Subaru badge. Yeah.
Because I thought...
that weird? It looked much smaller than I remember them. Much shorter, much lower than I remember it.
Really?
Yeah.
Your rose-tinted specs were obviously magnified back in the old days.
So this is 05. Mine was 90. Mine was 98, and I thought mine was first year of production.
Oh, so yours is... No, they came out in 97.
Did they?
Yeah.
I bought mine the same year as young Joe Gregory was born.
Oh.
Recently passed his last exam, just saying. And I had it for 250,000 miles.
No way.
I loved it.
I sound surprised. I did actually know that. So you told me like 9 times.
This is the last of this generation, isn't it? This was facelifted, but it's still basically the same car.
It's the right car. It's the right look, and it's still, even though it's facelifted, don't look that much different, do they?
It was. It's just a proper utilitarian car, and this has got winter tires on it. It looks chunky. It's ticking all the boxes for me.
Yes. 220 mil of ground clearance.
Wow.
Tons of travel in the suspension.
Yes.
It's a utilitarian car that was just built really well by Subaru.
Yes. It was just phenomenally well built. But I did, and I'm sure I've told you many times before.
I'm sure you have. I don't know what you're just about to say, but I know I've heard it already.
Nothing went wrong with it. The thing that killed it was a drive shaft bearing, and I bought a second-hand drive shaft off of the internet. And there was something.
Is this the one that you were trying to change in a muddy puddle one day?
Yeah, it was raining.
Almost.
And I needed it for work, and it was raining. And one of them had the teeth on the end of it were chamfered, and one weren't. I didn't realise this, and I bought the ones that wasn't.
Oh.
And I couldn't get it in. I couldn't get it in, and it was raining. I was in the car park. It was wet. It was muddy, and I just thought, that's it. It's going. I've had enough.
I'm going to go and stand in the middle of the motorway. Oh no, you're going to push the car off a cliff.
Exactly, and that's what happened. So this is amazing. So this is. This is 05. That's an easy calculation, isn't it? It's 20 years old.
20 years old.
Doesn't it look good for 20 years old?
Doesn't it look? That is in good nick, isn't it?
And what do you think about the styling? I'm completely smitten by them because I love them. But
well, you know me, Gus.
I do.
It doesn't take very long for me to get enthusiastic about a 4x4.
No.
So I wouldn't say I was smitten.
Okay.
Because I've never had one.
No.
If I had one, I know I would be.
Yeah.
I would say tremendous amounts of respect for this particular car.
Yeah.
Not that one, but this model, this sort of generation, pre-facelift as well.
Yeah.
The wheels look great. The body shaping looks great. Look at the way these
the arches.
The arches are emphasised.
Yeah.
You know, the big plastic panels down here give it a certain chunk.
Well, let's have a little talk about this because we've got it's a light green, a light metallic green.
I'm going to call it forest green.
Okay,
Forester.
I'm going to call it
I
champagne.
know it's not. Champagne. Well, the bumper's sort of champagne. Isn't it?
So the bumpers are a different colour, and the bottom quarter of the doors are a different colour. It's a two-tone car.
Two-tone. They got away with it.
They did get away with it, didn't they?
Yeah. Do you know, I'd never thought about that before.
I'm taking this in because I'm just clocking the similarities between this and mine, and they are similar. Mine was a darker green, the first generation was a darker green.
I think I probably like the darker green a bit more than this.
There's so many things that need to be talked about by this public. I'm just going to say now, to get it out of the way, the mechanical grip that this car generates in snow and ice is phenomenal. And I have crested hills around here which no one else could get up. No effort.
They're permanent four-wheel drive, and they are well known for their capability. Their traction is just phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean,
but they're Japanese.
Yeah.
What do you expect? I mean, I know these cars were also influenced by Volkswagen.
Were they?
Well, yeah. I mean, the Boxer engine is part of that influence.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
flat four. I'm assuming this is 2-litre flat four.
I think it is. Yeah. I'm not going to be honest.
Bulletproof.
I haven't actually asked. I didn't ask.
Okay.
I haven't looked at the logbook.
We'll see.
But I'm pretty certain it's the 2 litres.
Yeah. So what's the story with this car then? What's going on?
And here's the good news.
We're just going to interrupt again. I've always said we should do one of these on the programme.
Don't go getting your checkbook out right away because we haven't looked at it.
No,
but that gives you the idea. We've been offered this car.
Okay, great.
For a snip.
Okay.
A total snip of what I think it could be worth.
Okay,
and I hope you agree.
Well, that's right up our street, isn't it?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, go on, go.
£1,200.
Wow, that seems very cheap. Seems a lot of car. I mean, I don't know how many miles it's done.
Well, not very many actually. I think about 140.
Okay, I shouldn't look inside, and it's not turned on, so I can't tell. Oh, can I tell? 121.
121?
Yeah.
There you go.
So it only just started.
That's what happens when I start reading details about these cars when I'm driving down the motorway. I don't look at the mileometer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's really interesting. So we've been offered it for sale. So what should we do? Should we go round it? I mean, there's a couple of dings, isn't there, I can see? Yeah,
well, I think we can forgive it a few.
Oh, definitely, it's 20 years old.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, so have you looked at the retail value? And I know I shouldn't have because I didn't know you were coming with this, but I always look at the retail value of these because I'm always looking for another one, even though I probably would never buy one. Do you know what I mean?
You trying to make me look good?
No, it's
because I have.
Have you? Of course you have.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
So in my mind, you could buy the best one of these in the world for 2.5.
That's it, yeah.
Of this generation or earlier, which is what I would be interested in.
2.5 grand. The best one in the world, 2.5 grand, which is like nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
For what you're getting.
For what you're getting.
As long as what you're getting is serviceable.
And what you're getting.
But are you talking about an obsolete car, though, Will?
It's got this.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
That Subaru badge.
Yeah.
That Subaru badge says it all. You know why it's called Subaru?
Oh, you really have done your homework, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
No, I don't. Was it Mr. Subaru who started the car? No, because it's Fujitsu, isn't it? It's Fuji Heavy Industries.
Fuji, yeah. And 5 others. Hence
you really have done your homework.
Hence the number of stars.
Oh, is that it?
The badge. And Subaru is Japanese for the Taurus constellation, which is a collection of stars way up there in the sky.
I did not know that.
Straight up.
Wow.
That's what it's all about. 1953.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They even had stars back then.
Didn't know that.
I thought it was only Hollywood that had stars back then.
So the margin on this car is going to be very, very slim, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Very slim.
We better not find too much wrong with it.
No. Okay,
but we need to do our damnedest to make sure we haven't missed anything.
Yeah.
So...
Should we go around the body first? I mean, already I can see on driver's side, and I can see on the driver's door has definitely got I've opened my door on a post marking on it.
Okay.
Which you're not going to do anything about, are you? That's never going to go anywhere. The wheels on my side, I assume they're the same as yours. They're coming de-lacquered, which that would be a good improvement, wouldn't it?
What's become de-lacquered?
The wheels, the the paint's coming off them effectively.
That's right up our street.
Right up our street, and it's an easy fix.
Bit of 5-wheel silver.
Yeah.
Bit of bitumen. No, I was joking about the 5-wheel silver and the bitumen. We'll do it all very professionally with a wire brush and put the paint on with the brush. No, shut up, William.
Shut up, William.
So this, my corner, front corner, passenger side, bit scuffy on the corner. It's taken some corners wide by the looks of it.
Yeah, there's something.
And there's probably had a nozzle.
Yeah.
With a pile of stones.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
It does. It's quite irregular sort of scratching. But the wing's pretty good. There's a tiny bit on this detailed swage line around the wing edge, around the wheel arch edge.
Where it flares out.
One of the things that I do like about this car, and I'd say there's another car, Japanese car, out at about the same time with that similar sort of bubbly look.
Yeah. The wheel arch thing.
Yeah, the wheel arch thing. The RAV4s.
Yeah.
They did it.
Yeah.
They did something similar, and I think it's quite a sort of bubbly-looking car, isn't it?
Yeah.
But and then these great big plastic panels on the lower section of the door.
Yeah.
Now, something I've just noticed while rubbing my hand along this looks pretty gacky.
Yeah, mine looks a bit gappy on my side as well.
No, not gappy.
Oh.
Gacky.
What's gack?
Well, I think it's like road tar that's been sprayed up it.
Yeah.
There's lots of little spots of tar.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Because it's quite warm today. They're quite... Oh, it's stuck under my nail.
That's never coming out.
Let's hope I don't rub that into the seats.
Do you ever think with these plastic... so it's got... the Forester's got plastic covers over the seals. Do you ever wonder what might be going on under there? Do you know what I mean? Like with a plastic-covered seal on a car that's 20 years old. I mean, this... I think I've never seen any of these with any rust on them, so I can't imagine that is a problem.
Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to get down here and...
Oh, no, there's no problem, is it? It's absolutely as new here. Oh, yeah. Is it all the way along?
Yeah. No, you can see in from the back.
Yeah.
So I've got my head underneath the car and I'm looking outwards. So I'm looking at the seam where the sill joins the floor pan.
Yeah.
That's crisp.
And what, crisp in a good way or crisp in a bad way?
Yeah,
crisp
not crispy. Crisp.
We shouldn't start looking under here.
No, we shouldn't.
Because
actually,
jump the gun. It looks amazing.
And do you know
amazingly good under there.
And do you know what? I've got a white T-shirt on as well. I'm just led in a big dusty pile of...
Yeah, well, I did that with the big lawnmower yesterday, and I scuffed the top of the grass off, which is really annoying.
Yeah, it
is.
That's
doing the hedges outside.
A bit to recover, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, the wing mirror on my side.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a crack in it too.
Well, there's a light in the lower section of the wing mirror.
It's an indicator, I think, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
OK. Well, that's got a lens which has got heavy cracking in it where it's been whacked against something, and the edge of the door mirror It's quite heavily scuffed as well.
You could if you want to. I mean, yeah, that's definitely a scuff.
That won't polish.
No, it won't polish out.
Were you going to say, we could try and polish it down?
No, I was just feeling to see that. No, but what I was going to say is that's a very easy fix, isn't it?
Well,
I mean, to spray that. And also to do that bumper is a relatively easy fix. Yeah, something that's going to, if you bought this for the price that we've been offered it, something that would mean that you could actually make some money out of it.
Yeah, so I've just moved further back down the car because I can't find anything in the gap in between the front door and, you know, until I get to the very back where there's another linear scratch. It looks like somebody's been trying to clean it with the green side of the sponge.
Oh, yeah.
It's just not done the paint very much favours. Do you know something that's really sort of sticking out for me at the moment?
What's that?
It's something which looks rough. So there's locking wheel nuts on each wheel.
Oh, yeah, isn't that funny?
Protrudes further.
Yeah.
Locking wheel nuts are a little bit out of date now because people don't really nick wheels anymore.
Well, they are.
And they're rusty. The locking wheel nuts are rusty.
Yeah.
So I think if we would just get 4 new wheel nuts, possibly from the scrapyard.
Yeah, proper wheel nuts.
Replace the locking wheel nuts.
Yeah.
Then that would all match in and look a little bit better. I know it's a ridiculous detail.
No, but it's a car that's been used for the purpose the car is, meant to be used for.
I have just spotted
I've just seen
a detail. Have you spotted this? You know about this, don't
yeah,
you?
I do know about it, yeah.
So I'm on the windscreen at the moment, and my eye's just been caught by where the windscreen wipers sit in their rest position. There's a heated element in the bottom of the screen. So
it's very good, isn't it?
You know,
and they park on it, don't they? It only goes to the edge of the wiper. They park on it.
They park in the right place.
Yeah.
So you're never going to end up with that problem in the morning on those freezing cold mornings. Where your wipers are stuck to the windscreen and blowing fuses in the fuse box.
I seem to remember there was an optional winter pack on this car, and I suspect that was it, and the wing mirrors were it.
Do you think the modern snow tyres were part of that?
I'd like to think they were, but I don't think they were. That's another thing. The wiper arms themselves have rusted, and they could do with a lick of paint, couldn't they?
They could.
And that would really...
just bring them in a little bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's all on this side, really. I mean, it's very good.
This is...
very good.
This is quite a well-presented car.
It is, isn't it?
OK, so if we had to put it into context, it's got, like, dents in the door, tiny scratch in the rear wing, tiny scruff on the front wing. Is there something else? Oh, there's tar smatter all the way down the passenger side.
I mean, that's just a cleaning exercise.
The wing mirror.
Yeah, the wing mirror.
And the wheels are tatty. I don't like the locking wheel nuts.
No, but no, I don't either. I think you're right. I think you would just get a set of wheel nuts for it, wouldn't you?
It needs a set of tyres because that's got modern snow tyres on.
I like them. I really
like them.
They
look great.
Yeah, they would definitely be staying if it was mine.
They wear out really quickly. Let's have a break because I'm gagging for a cup of tea.
Okay. Cheers.
Yeah, I've got fresh biscuits.
Excellent. We're back with our...
You're going to say what I think you're going to say.
We'll get back with our green Subaru Forester, but I am just going to show you, this is the angle. We've said it many times before, it's the angle of every car in the world ever.
We've just been appreciating a nice cup of tea and standing back there and looking at it from that angle, and it's... The lights are very modern looking.
They're very Japanese looking, aren't they?
They are so Japanese looking, yeah.
Rear three-quarter, low-down rear three-quarter of our...
utilitarian...
Subaru Forester, big sigh. Oh, I'd love to own this car again.
Well...
symmetrical all-wheel drive.
Today might be your lucky day, my friend. Oh, I can't open that door yet, can I?
No, what are we going to do? We're going inside, we go bonnet?
You get the driver's seat. You're in the pilot side.
So it's been...
I
think...
as I already know, it's got a black leather interior.
Can I just say, it's been, I would say, I've had that, how long have I had the Mini? 10 years?
Oh,
7 years.
Time, yeah.
So it's been 7 years since I've sat inside one of these cars, and this is an old friend. This is a 250,000-mile old friend, not this one in particular. Oh,
Does it feel like slipping on your favourite driving gloves?
I wonder what you're going to say then. But yes, it does a bit. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
That's true. No,
the screen in the middle, what's behind that screen? What's that do? You will know the answer to this.
I think that would have been a satellite navigation system.
OK, which is now just a piece of glass wedged in place with a bit of wood.
I think so, yeah.
That's not good, is it?
No. So when I first came into contact with the Subaru Forester, I was photographing it for a magazine called, I'm going to say it was Auto Express. And I looked at it and I thought, who on their right mind would buy one of these cars? Couldn't see it at all.
Really?
Yeah, and then subsequently fell in love with it. I have no idea why. I remember this cup holder. So there's a cup holder on the left-hand side of the, which I think technically would be co-pilot area.
That's more bad. You've just...
So it comes out, and as it comes out,
so space age.
Yeah, as it comes out, the halves of that hold around the cup flick up.
Oh, it's like a gin trap.
Yeah, it is like a gin trap, but it doesn't.
It's like a gin
closes
trap, but
and
in
then
reverse.
Opens. Yeah.
So if you put your finger in it and close it, oh yeah.
Yeah,
it's caught me. Yeah.
So the action of pushing the lot back in.
It is a nice
closes
action.
it up. Really nice action.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be a CD auto changer.
Yeah, I guess so.
This lever here, I know what that is.
Yeah, that's the high and low ratio.
Because I was sat in one of these with a friend of mine a couple of years ago, and I said, "Oh, what's that lever for?" And he went, "Oh, that's for the 4x4." And then looked me straight in the eyes and goes, "It doesn't work."
Well, it's
and I said, "Hold on, it's a Subaru. It will work."
Yeah, well, it does.
And he said, "Well, I've never been brave enough to try it, but I think that does diff lock."
It's just high and low ratio. Yeah.
High and low ratio as well.
Yeah, high and low ratio for the gearbox, that is.
Yeah. Yes.
It's special.
That is special. I wonder if in low ratio, because I know they do have a diff lock in them, so there's a centre diff.
Yeah.
So I wonder if in low ratio it's, because I'm just learning about it. It's the first time I've really driven one today. Yeah. Because I know they've got a diff lock, because I've seen the gearbox in pieces, and I've seen them welded up on the rally ones, on the...
Yeah. So then continue up. We've got a leather-clad, which is very worn, gear lever, haven't we? Where the numbers have all been worn off.
Wouldn't say over. Well, I can just see them here because the sun's catching them in the right place for me. But I can just read what it says, and we've got.
But it's not worn, is it? Particularly, it's just the top of it that's been rubbed
The stitching is still there. So it's well used.
Yeah, definitely.
Well used.
And then going up from that, we have 3 rotary dials, which are the heater, the blower, and the direction of where the air comes out. Yes, I would say, following on the theme of utilitarian, it is very that in here. And we've got hard plastics everywhere, which is one of the things that endears this car to me.
It's very well kept.
It is very well kept, this car, actually, isn't it?
It is.
They've done a very
the
good
other thing
job.
is, you're talking about the utilitarian, so on the threshold of the door, there's big plastic covers, which, you know where your shoes scuff when you get in and out of the car.
Yeah.
Big plastic covers protecting that area.
That's a good point.
Things don't get damaged.
Yeah.
The door's got nice big pockets in it with a sort of netting sort of pouch.
Elasticated.
So it's nice because look.
It's not elasticated, is it? It's just plastic, and it relies on the movement of the plastic to hold
but
it.
if that were a solid plastic pocket,
you wouldn't be able to get a bottle in it.
this drinks bottle wouldn't fit.
No, and it would rattle around.
And
where you put your arm is in leather. The seats are in black leather, and actually, this leather feels quite good, doesn't it?
It does. It's very tough leather.
Yeah.
I mean, that's thick hide.
Yeah.
It's well stitched together. Lots of stitching, detailed stitching showing on the outside where the cheeks are. They've got the outer line where the side of the cheeks join the top of the cheek, and then just in from that on the cheeks, there's another stitch line as well, giving us 2 panels to what is normally a single panel.
Yeah. And what's the advantage of that, do you think?
I don't know. I think it's styling, but on the back of the seat cheek is obviously a technical thing, because we've got the same sort of thing where the cheeks come in. It gives it another panel there, which is much more to gain more shape.
Yeah. Maybe that's the thing when you're stitching leather. It feels quite thick,
tough
doesn't it?
leather.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because that tough leather wouldn't stretch around that shape.
No, it wouldn't go around the shape, would it? No, that's exactly why it's been
got to cut it to fit, and that could be what that is.
Yeah.
We both went for the elbow box at the same time.
Oh, look at that. So there's another cup holder. See, cup holders were a thing in 2005, weren't they?
Yeah, because
you were still able to have them.
Yeah. Oh, look, in the elbow box, there's another cigarette lighter socket, which is now we call a...
power takeoff.
12-volt auxiliary power takeoff.
Yeah.
We don't have dirty, filthy cigarettes anymore. And then look, and that slides.
Slides forwards as a captain's armrest.
And we're still on the elbow box, so it gives you your king of the road.
I was just thinking, mine didn't have leather seats. But mine did have on the door side, the driver's door side. Mine had an armrest that folded. Oh no, it was this side. It was this side, of course. So on my left-hand side, it had an armrest that folded down, and this has got.
So you might not have had that.
No, I didn't have that. This has got an extendable top to the auxiliary box.
That's a lot more utilitarian because it
really
does more.
It does more, exactly.
It does slidey,
yeah,
and then flippy over all the way backwards.
Yeah.
So when Grandma's sat in the back seat,
yeah,
she's got somewhere to put a champagne flute.
Yeah, that's good.
Lucky little girl.
Yeah, very good.
The carpets underneath the mats, look, spotlessly clean.
Oh, they are.
In spanking condition. Oh, I think the popper's just come off.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, it's not a popper. It's just caught underneath the thing.
Good. You haven't broken it. Let's get out before. Let's get out before anything else happens.
And it's really good at getting ballistically hot in there. So
yeah, that is a good point.
Should we gauge that out of 10? Because I think we're going to be very close on a 10 out of 10 on that interior.
20 years old, it's done 120,000 miles. You wouldn't know it. Not many cars that would say that.
The place to look, pedals, steering wheel, sides of seats.
Yeah. Side of driver's seat.
So, yes, and there's the tiniest, weeniest.
Oh, there is a bit.
Look at where the seams are on the edge of the driver's seat.
The proud bit of the seam. That's very good.
This is a very strong 9.
Very strong.
Very strong 9.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh, that's the key. Yeah, we'll be looking for that in a minute.
Well, we won't, so I'll just put it there. Oh, that's a nice thing.
Oh, nice walking stick.
A good walking stick with a thumb stick with a bit of.
Yeah, that is
I've just found a wooden walking stick in the back of the car with a bit of probably reindeer antler rather than just normal deer antler.
Yeah. Roe deer antler.
Stand. Oh, and a dog cage in the back.
Oh yeah.
I even like that.
What's that?
I've just gone to open up the boot.
Yeah.
And there's still got a proper handle.
Oh, has it?
A button.
Or a rubberised bit. Oh, that's a proper handle. Oh, that's rather nice.
Proper mechanical handle.
Nice.
But look, it's got a lining in the bottom.
Yeah.
So that means that what's underneath has probably been quite well looked after.
Yeah, and there's a spare wheel under there. We can't really lift it. But
Shall we... I'm going to take the dog cage out.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's strapped in.
It's strapped in, yeah.
Let's assume that's in lovely condition because the rest of
it is, isn't it? Let's
so
face
nice.
it. Yeah. And someone's put parking sensors on it, or that's an optional extra. I haven't seen that on a Subaru of this age.
Add-on, aren't they?
I think they are. Looks like they might be.
Yeah, Gus was looking at the electronic parking sensors which have been added to the.
Oh, look at this.
To the bumper.
So you don't have to get your hands dirty by touching the outside of the boot. There's a very substantial handle on the inside.
Because I do find that annoying when I'm wearing my white lace singlets.
Yeah,
and I get my hands filthy dirty on the outside of a car because my natural thing is wipe them on
your white T-shirt.
On my white T-shirt, yeah.
Oh, let's have a look at the engine.
Yeah.
Shall we? Come on, let's have a look at the engine.
Should we do that after our cup of tea?
No, let's take a look at the
engine
engine first.
Let's get into it now. Oh, Gus.
Yeah.
You are excited.
Where the popper,
you knew where that was.
I knew where the popper was on this, I have to say. I'm not cheating, I just knew.
Right, OK. It's a boxer. It's an opposed flat four. There's quite a lot of it.
There's a lot in there, isn't there?
There's a lot in there.
But it's all easy to get out, apart from the plugs, in actual fact, which are a bit of a nightmare to change.
Are they from down beneath?
No, I think you get... No, they're right here. They're right halfway. No, they're more top than bottom. I seem to remember having to change them and it being a pain. Yep, it's a pain. You can see that. It's in a base coat in here, in a grey base coat, which actually I like.
So,
it looks a bit messy, doesn't it, really?
Well,
but that's always going to be the way.
There's a lot going on because it's not a conventional layout. It's a flat four, like a Volkswagen Beetle, and like a Porsche. So it's a boxer engine. So what you're seeing here, normally you'd lift up a bonnet, you're looking at the top of the engine, you're looking at the rocker box and the induction system. But on this, you're just looking at all of the induction system and the charging system and the air conditioning system and all of the pipes and bits and pieces that are normally hidden on the side of the engine.
Yeah, it's all up the top, isn't it?
So it looks higgledy-piggledy.
I mean, the advantage of having a flat four is that you should be able to have a lower bonnet height. That would be the...
Yeah.
That would be the...
That's
the rub, isn't it? What you would get from it. This is the 2-litre engine, and in this state of form, just don't forget that this engine in Imprezas went up to mad. I mean, even a basic turbocharged Impreza was 220 brake.
Yeah.
I think these were 120.
But you can fit an aftermarket turbo kit onto this,
Well, you could,
and taking it from it's just over 100, roughly where it would be.
Yeah, it's what it is, I think.
By sticking a turbo on it, you're around about the 200 brake horsepower mark.
Yeah.
And these engines will take it. Several things you've got to watch out for. Head gaskets are a bit dicky.
Really?
Yeah, so if you want to go up, you've got to make sure your head gaskets
Oh,
are
I see. If you're
good.
going to change the power on it.
Oh, yeah.
But you'd be mad to change the power on it because you know that the absolute, and this is the thing about base model engines, isn't it? It's going to last longer than any of the others. It's
Why do I want 200 horsepower?
I don't think you do.
No, I don't.
I don't know, but I don't think you do.
I absolutely, definitely. You know me well.
Yeah. Well, I don't either.
Yeah, and I know.
I mean, the other thing you could do is you could get a legacy 2.4, or they did 2.4 Foresters later as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know about.
Yeah, they did a 3 litre as well, didn't they?
Yeah. They did.
Much later ones.
I don't really know. In this form, was to me seemed bulletproof.
Yeah.
And that's what you want from a car.
Because you're
isn't it?
not overstressing anything.
Yeah.
It's going to work and it's
Yeah.
going to keep on going.
And all you would be able to do under there really is a clean. Everything else is in relatively good nick, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no rust under there. A couple of bolts rusty in, but that just shows that there's no oil flinging around in there, doesn't it? There's a couple of pressed
Yeah,
steel plates.
there's nothing breathing oil and leaving it with a smooth residue anywhere.
No. No.
I think to bring this car up in value, the headlights, we forgot to mention earlier.
They've gone a bit, haven't they?
They're pretty foggy.
Yeah. We could do our favourite trick on those.
Yeah. It is a case of doing the bodywork and cleaning underneath that engine bay and making it look really good. Because I think we've been offered this car so incredibly cheap.
Yeah.
We almost can't fail to make some money on it.
Somewhere. Well, definitely you'd do the bits that we've talked about, wouldn't you? And that would make the difference. Should we have a look underneath?
Poke our heads underneath.
Yeah.
Nice thing is, we don't need a jack, do we?
No, we don't. It's how many millimetres of clearance?
220 millimetres ground clearance as standard.
Oh.
Right, where are
actually.
you? Oh, hello, girl. Say you are, look.
Hi. I'm
So-
just looking at the back here. The one thing that after 250,000 miles, the one thing on mine was that every bolt head, whether it be a suspension mounting or whatever, was corroded. Do you know when they get to that point?
No,
But this
where it's building up in a crust.
Yes.
Layers and layers, and everything looks like it's swollen up in size.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean.
But this isn't there yet, and this is older than mine was when I got rid of mine. But I do think that I'm looking at the back suspension points, there's a sort of cross member at the back here where everything is
It's quite
linked to tie bars are linked to, and if you cleaned that up and you put a preservative on that, it would make a lot of difference. If you were going to keep this car, that would make a difference, and it would make a difference to someone poking their head under this car. And you know, if you were to sell it, that would be something that I would suggest that we did.
If I bought a car like this, I'd be buying it with the intention to drive it as long as I can.
Yeah.
So knowing that it's not going rusty would be a good thing.
Yeah.
So perhaps that could be part of what we do then, a good bit of future proofing and rust preventing.
Yeah.
Because I'm down here looking at it.
I'm coming round to you. Hang on.
Okay.
I
yeah,
can't.
come round because
I wanted to put the camera down, but I can't.
You're.
God.
This is actually a thing of beauty. You know I love a 4x4. Yeah. Have I told you that before?
No, I had no idea.
No.
Look at these.
But look at the way that rear suspension all mounts. We sort of seem to have, there seems to be a cross member in front of the rear axle which holds and supports the diff
arms.
casing in the middle. And it's mounted near the front of the trailing arms. I don't think they're actually
Are they not to
connected. I don't think
No,
they're
not.
connected.
No, they're not.
So, and then the trailing arms go back to the rear hub, and then to keep the rear hub from moving in and out, there's like a wishbone, and that keeps it sort of true front to back.
It's clever, isn't
I
it?
mean, you imagine though, these are very popular in Australia, and if you're battering it down a dirt road, which is just ridge after ridge after ridge, the lighter you are, the least amount of unsprung weight you have, the better.
Yeah, the better, definitely, yeah.
And so everything just takes a lot less of a beating. And the way the differential is mounted in that separate subframe up there with that then crossbar that's...
I see where you are. Yeah, sorry,
back.
yes.
Yeah, just technical, and it's lovely. It's a great thing to look at.
There is very little corrosion under here. It's actually very good for a 20-year-old car, isn't it?
I would say there's none. I mean, you've got the tiniest bit of the surface rust on components.
There's a lot of heat shield business going on under here.
Yeah. It's a pretty good car, mate.
It is a pretty good car.
Okay.
That's the rub with these cars. They're just well made. They're well made in a time when perhaps that wasn't, wasn't every manufacturer's top priority, was it?
05, isn't it?
05, 20 years old, yeah.
Yeah. First came out in 97. Being offered it for 1,200 quid.
It's probably worth $2,000.
I reckon if we
go on.
We've got to go through those scuffs and scratches.
It's just cosmetic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which is amazing on a car that's 20 years old.
And I think we're going to be, we're not up to £2,500. You can't do that. The car's not that clean.
No.
I mean, it's very, very, very good, but we'll get a good clean $2,000 on this.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Good.
And it's not even going to take us our full 5 days.
No, not at all. That'd be great. And we can drive around in it for a bit, which would be great. Get to know it again.
Yeah.
On that note, everybody, we're going. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure looking at a Subaru Forester for you. And I'm
going to say the mighty Forester.
I say now I am smitten. What colour is it? Trafalgar Blue.
Trafalgar Blue. Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
The Flipping Bangers podcast, Season 3, features Gus Gregory and Will Trickett. It's produced by Dan Allam and is a Justamite TV production. International copyright is asserted. All opinions are personally held. Audio engineering is by Stephen O'Toole. We've used a sample of music composed by Moby Gratis. If you'd like to get in touch, please visit Justamite TV or chat to us for our Instagram at Flipping Bangers. Thanks for listening.